Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome to the Isabella Banks YouTube channel. I'm Wizzy, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you here. I think it would not be out of place to continue Prince Harry's victory lap. What do you think? I mean, we are seeing reactions from the British media with their sour faces. The royal family are acting out. Honestly, it's just so funny watching them swallow their bile and acknowledge Prince Harry's victory in spite of whatever spin that they're trying to put on it. But first, let's discuss before we get into the main part of what we want to talk about this evening. Let's talk about the second part of the case, which, a lot of people are not really focused on because it's basically a British problem. Well, I think a lot of people are forgetting that Prince Harry is British. And so, yeah, the second part of the issue is still pending, and we're going to discuss that. Okay, and the best way to do that really is to listen to what some hosts were saying on their talk show. You know, the talk shows, this case has given them content for the next 1 month. This is all they're going to be talking about, trying to come at it from different angles, doing their best to downplay the momentous victory that it was. But here, listen to this because I think it's important for this part of it to sink
Well, a
in.
little earlier I spoke to Alan Rosbridger, former editor-in-chief of The Guardian and current editor of Prospect magazine. I asked first if he sees this as the end or the beginning of a criminal investigation into what happened.
Well, I think it would have been better to have it all tested in court in the way that Harry's case against Mirror Group newspapers was tested, and the judge came to findings of fact. So we haven't got facts here. But I thought it was quite significant at the end that Lord Watson, said that they were going to hand the whole dossier of evidence over to the police. So I think in that sense, it's now in the police's decision whether they're going to carry through and look at allegations of criminal behaviour, of perjury, of destruction of evidence, and so forth. So I don't think it's the end.
Disturbing, though, isn't it? There's a sense in which it is justice, but justice for the super wealthy. One doubts whether Tom Watson would have been involved had he not been, to some extent, able to hang the case financially on the deep coffers of Prince Harry.
Well, it was also the deep pockets of Rupert Murdoch. I mean, someone was going to lose 10 million at the end of this case, and Prince Harry's made sure it wasn't him. And in that sense, Rupert Murdoch has been able to do what he's done in other court actions, which is to buy his way out of the justice system and make sure that these allegations aren't heard. And what we've got here is the original crime, and you remember the defence there was that it was one rotten apple. And then in the subsequent 15 years of cover-up, that shifted to it was one rotten newspaper. And now they finally admitted that it was more than one rotten newspaper. So we haven't been given the truth over a long period of time. And that matters because this is a newspaper at the heart of it. This is about journalism, and journalists are supposed to tell the truth. News organisations are supposed to tell the truth.
And it's not just the Murdoch stable, Associated Newspapers, Mail on Sunday and so forth. There are certainly a lot of rumours. There is also outstanding legal action in that department, isn't there? This has not gone away.
There are more cases to come, and it'll be interesting to see whether Associated would want to fight through in the way that the Mirror Group did, or whether they'll do what Murdoch did, which is to not want this tested in court.
Okay, so it's a 4-minute clip which I will post on my Instagram. And if you want to listen to the whole thing, I would recommend that you go over there to listen to it. But basically, since Prince Harry has been able to settle the case, which is great, but then the second part is that the son's admission of the illegal activities that they carried out, which that they have now apologized to Prince Harry and Princess Diana for, means that it should ordinarily trigger the criminal side of things, which is the fact that the journalists and certainly the private investigators who testified during the Leveson Inquiry those many years ago, all what the Sun has done is that they have just admitted that all those people who testified lied from top to bottom. And this should trigger criminal charges against all those people who testified. And this is what they're talking about. They're saying that Tom Watson and Prince Harry have sent the dossiers of evidence to the police, and they are now campaigning for the police to reopen or open criminal investigations into all the parties involved. You know, that means your guy, I should say your guy, but I'm being annoying when I say that actually. Piers Morgan, who has consistently said that he knew nothing about it. And what about all the other people who are now heads of various newspapers in the country, including Rebecca Brooks, who was the CEO and remains the CEO of Murdoch's parent company, News UK, to date? Questions are being asked about whether she should be in that position now that it has been confirmed that she actually ran a criminal enterprise and lied on oath about it. That woman seems like she's just rotten inside and out. Okay. Before I go forward, let me just look at some of your comments so far. Little Mark says the British press and the government will do nothing. Harry needs to write another book. Exactly. And let's not forget, he has got his case against the Daily Mail in 2026. So while this case may have settled, we still got the 2026 case to look forward to. This one, Ali Bullard. Harry has done what he set out to do. It's now up to the rest of the public to take it to the finish line. Unpopular opinion, and I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion because I'm in the minority in the midst of you all guys. I'm guessing that you're American and Bullard. Prince Harry is British. Let's not forget, the royal family doesn't make the whole of the UK. Prince Harry is interested in media reform. It's quite scary to see how many people are saying what you have said. Nobody is blaming him for settling. We understand, especially myself, having a background in law, understanding the obstacles and challenges that he was facing and the potential loss. And even Tom Watson admitted that his marriage suffered to the extent that he has now had to divorce with his wife. However, did you also hear that he said that the tabloid media think that they are the owners of the jungle? However, they didn't count on the fact that they had the Prince Harry, which definitely tells you that Prince Harry has a lot more up his sleeve. So it's up to us in the squad to determine, are we going to be able to ride with him to the end? Because he's going. The train is out of the station and you either ride with him or you fall off. Little Mark says, I noticed several members of the Royal Rota are moving to America. A book naming them would stop the influx of Brits into the US news infrastructure. Absolutely. Absolutely. And would the police follow up with the information they have? Murdoch owns them, so I don't think anything will happen. A lot of pressure needs to happen for the police to follow up. Look at this. As a matter of fact, immediately the settlement agreement was announced, the next thing you know, Harry's lawyers and Tom Watson himself, they, together with Hacked Off and Byline Times, approached the government to find out whether this is enough for them to, it would trigger the Leveson inquiry. And guess what? They said they are not looking into the Leveson inquiry again. We all knew that this would be the outcome. It simply means that whatever Murdoch has over the government is worse than anything Prince Harry could bring to the fore in his case. This is what we are facing here in the UK. Let me read an extract of what Byline Times said about this. It says the government has said it would not launch a fresh inquiry into wrongdoing by the press, despite an admission from the publishers of The Sun that private investigators working for the newspaper undertook illegal activity between 1996 and 2011 while probing Prince Harry's private life. Which goes to tell you that the government are going to need a lot more pressure to bring the Leveson inquiry back. So this is where the government currently stand at the moment. Okay. But I tell you what, this news has been making the rounds, and all the people all the usual suspects are having conversations about Prince Harry at the moment. I think everyone's still kind of in shock. I don't know what they were expecting, but I think they're kind of in shock to the point where they haven't gotten their talking points together yet. So for the moment, some of them are still telling the truth. Listen to this.
It should be. I was really interested in what you were saying just a moment ago about the other will, the heir to the throne here, because of course the two brothers have been semi-estranged for a while. You said you thought the royal family should open the champagne for Harry after this. Is this the kind of moment perhaps his brother might look at him again and think, "Do you know what, not all bad"? I don't know. It should be. I think this could be a moment when, if William, I think it'd be a very big thing for William to do, to say, "Hey, good on you. You did it for us. You did it for our mother." But, William had made his own settlement quietly, which greatly irritated Harry. And I'm not sure how much William really likes this pivot in Harry's image, because I think at the moment, I think you will find, we will all find, or maybe you already know, that the man in the street says, "Good on you, Harry, for going to do this." And I'm not sure how much William adores Harry getting that kind of press.
Basically,
I was really interested in what you were saying just a moment ago about the other will.
He is saying that William is jealous of Harry. In spite of everything that... Yeah, let me play that again.
The heir to the throne here.
Let me play... Sorry about that. Let me play that again, because it's delicious.
Interested in what you were saying just a moment ago about the other will, the heir to the throne here, because of course the two brothers have been semi-estranged for a while. You said you thought the royal family should open the champagne for Harry after this. Is this the kind of moment perhaps his brother might look at him again and think, "Do you know what, not all bad"? I don't know. It should be. I think this could be a moment when, if William, I think it'd be a very big thing for William to do, to say, "Hey, good on you. You did it for us. You did it for our mother." But, William had made his own settlement quietly, which greatly irritated Harry. And I'm not sure how much William really likes this pivot in Harry's image, because I think at the moment, I think you will find, we will all find, or maybe you already know, that the man in the street says, "Good on you, Harry, for going to do this." And I'm not sure how much William adores Harry getting that kind of press.
I could listen to that over and over again, but it's just the fact that they were able to say in public that William will be jealous because Harry is getting praise for winning the case against the son. Like, William is over 40. The infantilization of William is complete, honestly. All right. We have 303 people in the chat. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, can I urge you, please, at this point in time, to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, and join the chat. Don't be a silent observer. We would definitely love to hear your views. Constructive criticism included, but let it be constructive, okay? We don't play over here. If you have visited before and you have not yet subscribed, let today be the day. Join our growing community. Help us reach our goal of 10K subs. Okay, we are on a mission to reach 10K subscribers because we are determined that we are going to join Harry in his battle against the media by filing a petition at the UN. And part of that journey is to collaborate with some of the charities in the UK who have said they need us to get to 10K subscribers before they agree to collaborate with us. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's not a vanity number, it is a number that is needed by these charity organizations so that they can collaborate with us. If we couldn't join them, if we couldn't make it happen during this trial, we are aiming for the one of perhaps 2026 maybe, or whatever happens before then, about that trial, and campaigning for the Leveson Inquiry as well. We need to be able to flood the media with validation. Also, would I call it validation? No, collaboration with the anti-media harassment charities. Okay, and your support, your subscription is definitely going to make that difference. So don't sleep on this. All right, let's make it happen together. All right, so let's dive back into what we are talking about. And proving this, the lady who was speaking in the sound bites that I just played for you guys was Tina Brown of Vanity Fair. And to prove what Tina Brown was saying, guess what we saw next in the media? Yep, you guessed it. Prince William makes Princess Diana proud with new move. Just because that is the phrase that has been floating around. Good King Harry. Prince Harry makes Princess Diana proud. William sends his minions out to say, I go tell them that I'm making Princess Diana proud as well. How childish. How childish. How childish. How childish can you get? Yeah? How childish. Anyway, so he is proven that he is a shameless piece of S, and he's not alone in that. It seems like even though they are allegedly divorced, but maybe part of the agreement is that Kate will join him in his shamelessness. They got the one woman who, for a whole year, no one could get a clear picture of her to see what was going on with her, to take a clear photograph of her going in and out of uh, an optician's office, saying that she was going to get her eyes checked. As if this looks like it's a high street shop. As if Kate would ever go to a high street shop to get her eyes checked. As if. As if. As if Kate would ever go to a high street shop to get her eyes checked. And the photographs were taken by the none other celebrity photographers, Backgrid USA. Just when Prince Harry's announcement hit the waves, All of a sudden, Kate runs out of her hole. Remember that she did the same thing when Meghan's announcement came out as well. Anyway, since she has decided that she's going to be living her life on Harry and Meghan's timetable, we can effectively say that Harry and Meghan are in control of Will and Kate all the way across the pond. Good for them. Anyway, at the end of all of this, it simply means that the mission continues. I hear Piers Morgan and Dan Woo Woo have been trying to spin the wheel, but the spin is not spinning. Prince Harry is a moving train that will not be stopped. He's playing chess while they're out there playing checkers. While they're out here counting his money, he is taking the money from their pockets so they can count what he had and then count what he has taken from them. Uh, and he gets vengeance for himself and his mother while he's at it. That's a win in any ramification. All right, so I have checked to see whether there has been any chance in the media reporting on Harry and Meghan, uh, whether they've been able to deny. I have checked to see what the media have been reporting about Harry and Meghan. Mostly it's been about this win, and they haven't stopped the smear attack. I don't see that they have stopped. I haven't seen anything from the Sun, but the other papers like the Telegraph and the others, they're still going in the same vein. The Spectator and Good Morning Britain were particularly rubbish, saying, did Harry achieve anything because he settled? Well, I disagree. I feel like he did achieve what he set out to do. Of course, there are people who have been working with Prince Harry who would have wished that the evidence was aired. But at the end of the day, once the Murdoch papers admitted their guilt in a statement, there was nowhere to go from there because a court will only try a case where there were issues in contention. Like if you go to court and say, you did this to me, and I keep on denying, no, I didn't, no, and I keep saying, yes, you did, and the other person keeps saying, no, I didn't, then there is an argument which the court has to settle. But when one party says, you did this to me, and the other party says, you know what, yes, I did, then why are we still in court? There's no reason to still be in court. And I know that that is a very simplistic explanation of what just happened here, but that's basically it. Harry would actually look very foolish if he continued with the case when these people have admitted their guilt. I know that the other side of it, which is media reform, but I feel like Harry is going to have to find another way outside of dragging the case through the courts to achieve his goal with the media reform. So there is that. And we see that him and Tom have handed the dossier of evidence over to the police. So it's now in the police's hands, and all eyes are on the police at the moment. But I know that Harry will continue to advocate for media reform. Why? Because the reporting on Harry and Meghan has not improved, and they have made it their life mission to make a change. And they're not going to stop, I don't think, until they achieve the goal. You know, you guys really know how Harry and Meghan are, despite our best wishes for them, which is stop, mind your business, stay in your house, moisturize, go skiing. But that's not the people that we are supporting. So I think we need to kind of stop projecting what we wish for them on them, and then we would be happier. uh, let's see. Let's have a look at the comments. Let's have a look at the comments. Oh, before I look at your comments, we are looking for a couple of moderators. So if you know you can give us a couple of hours every week just to moderate the channel when we're doing the live streams, then please indicate in the comments section or send me an email. Check the about page and you will find my contact details, and just send me a message, because as the channel grows, so does our need to moderate the chat. The other day, someone was in the chat and it just completely slipped by me. And before you know it, I was almost crashing out on the person. We don't want that. We want to be nice and feminine and talk smart and polished all the time, not crashing out. So please, we need some help with moderation. If you could kindly indicate, I would be eternally grateful. So, guys, that's all I have for this evening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. This trial is just getting started. I can't wait for the Daily Mail's trial in 2026. But I'm glad that Harry now has some breathing space and some extra cash, by the way, to get ready for that trial. So it's going to be one for the ages. I'm so glad to be alive to join Harry in his mission. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss my updates. And I will see you in the next one. Bye now. Love you. Bye.